Welcome to Audiomentors, your channel where we transform the best personal and professional development books into practical knowledge that you can apply in your life. On this occasion, we bring you an extended summary of Mental Efficiency by Arnold Bennett, a book that offers valuable lessons on how to improve our mental efficiency to achieve greater performance in all areas of our life. This summary has been completely written by us at Audiomentors, with the aim of providing you with the key ideas of the book in a clear and easy-to-apply way. Here you will find powerful tools to improve your concentration, increase your mental energy, cultivate positive habits, and generally optimize your cognitive capacity to make smarter, more effective decisions. If you find this content useful and want to continue learning and growing with us, we invite you to subscribe to our channel. This way, you'll be able to access more detailed summaries, practical tips, and much more to boost your personal and professional development. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you don't miss any updates. Thank you for being part of Audiomentors and joining us on this journey towards success and mental efficiency. Chapter 1. Introduction. The Science of Mental Efficiency, Extended. In this introductory chapter of Mental Efficiency, Arnold Bennett introduces us to the book's central concept, the science of mental efficiency. Throughout this work, Bennett will guide us through the fundamental principles that will allow us to understand and apply techniques to improve our mind in order to be more effective in our daily and professional lives. For Bennett, mental efficiency is not something innate, but rather a skill that we can learn, develop, and perfect. The quality of our decisions, time management, ability to concentrate, and ability to execute our ideas effectively depend largely on organization and mental clarity. Mind power and mental efficiency. Bennett begins the chapter by pointing out that the human mind is the most powerful tool we have to transform our lives. However, despite its enormous capacity, we do not always use it in the most effective way. Most people, instead of harnessing the full potential of their mind, are limited by ineffective mental habits, distractions, and lack of concentration. Bennett argues that if we are able to master our mind, we can achieve extraordinary results, not only professionally but also in our personal lives. The author invites us to see mental efficiency as a conscious process. This process begins with the understanding that thinking efficiently does not only mean organizing ideas logically, but also developing an active mindset where thoughts are purposefully directed. Thinking efficiently means being constantly focused on what really matters, without getting carried away by everyday distractions or the mental stress generated by excessive tasks. Machiavellian Prince. Mental efficiency in everyday life. Bennett emphasizes that mental efficiency is not only useful in complex situations or important decision-making, but plays a crucial role in daily life. From the simplest tasks, such as organizing our agenda or solving everyday problems, to situations that require greater concentration and creativity, mental efficiency is essential. In fact, the author states that much of success or failure in life is determined by how we use our mind in daily activities. For example, one of the key aspects of mental efficiency is the ability to make quick and accurate decisions. In a world full of constant decisions, having an organized and focused mind allows us to make better decisions in less time, which increases our productivity and reduces the stress associated with indecision. Bennett mentions that without mental organization, it's easy to fall into procrastination or analysis paralysis, where we spend so much time analyzing options that we miss the opportunity to act. Controlling thought. The active mind. A key point that Bennett addresses is the concept of the active mind versus the passive mind. A passive mind is one that is carried away by automatic thoughts and reacts to external circumstances, while an active mind is one that consciously directs its thoughts towards what it wants to achieve. The author highlights that many people live with a passive mind, where emotions, fears, and external influences dominate their thoughts, preventing them from taking control over their lives. To improve our mental efficiency, Bennett proposes that we need to develop an active mental attitude, in which we are proactive and focus on what we really want to achieve. This means eliminating unhelpful thoughts, rejecting negativity, and focusing on what is important and productive. By doing so, our mind becomes an efficient instrument, capable of making quick decisions and executing them successfully. Mental organization as the basis of action. One of the fundamental pillars of mental efficiency is organization. According to Bennett, the human mind can be compared to a warehouse of information, but if it is not organized correctly, ideas and thoughts become chaos that makes it difficult to make clear decisions. The author suggests that to be truly efficient, we must organize our thoughts and create a work system that maximizes our productivity. The process of organizing our mind is not just a matter of making lists or setting goals, but also of giving a clear purpose to our attention and mental energy. This type of mental organization allows us to focus our energy on what is most important and make decisions aligned with our values and objectives, without wasting time or energy on what does not benefit us. The need for mental clarity. Bennett also mentions that one of the biggest obstacles to mental efficiency is a lack of mental clarity. We live in a world filled with distractions, conflicting information, and external noise, which can make it difficult for our minds to stay focused and organized. Mental clarity is essential because it allows us to see things accurately, make decisions confidently, and act with determination. To achieve mental clarity, Bennett proposes that we need to clear our minds of everything that is not relevant to our goals. This involves learning to say no to distractions, eliminating negative thoughts, and staying focused on what really matters. Only then will we be able to operate at peak efficiency in all aspects of our lives. Conclusion. The beginning of an efficient mind. This chapter introduces the essential principles for mastering our minds and learning how to apply the science of mental efficiency to our daily lives. Bennett concludes by highlighting that mental efficiency is an ongoing process that requires practice and discipline, but once achieved, allows us to live a more productive, focused, and fulfilling life. Chapter 2. The power of clear thinking. In this chapter, Arnold Bennett delves into the importance of clear thinking as a determining factor in mental efficiency. According to the author, clarity of thought is the pillar upon which all successful decisions and effective actions are built. Bennett argues that when our ideas are clear, our ability to act, make decisions, and achieve goals is significantly improved. Lack of clarity, on the other hand, creates confusion, indecision, and doubt that block progress and productivity. Clear thinking as the basis of efficient action. Bennett begins this chapter by highlighting that clear thinking is not simply having well-organized ideas, but being able to see things as they are, without the noise or distortions that doubt or fear often bring. Mental clarity allows people to not only better understand situations, but also to make sound decisions based on an accurate perception of what is really going on. The author asserts that mental clarity is essential for taking quick and effective action. When we have clarity, we can act without hesitation and without procrastination. Conversely, when our ideas are fuzzy or conflicting, action becomes uncertain and disorganized. The connection between mental clarity and confidence. One of the keys Bennett explains is that clarity of thought is directly related to confidence. People who think clearly have greater confidence in their decisions, allowing them to move quickly toward their goals without being paralyzed by fear or doubt. Confidence is a natural result of mental clarity, as it allows us to feel confident in what we are doing and make decisions with conviction. Conversely, a lack of clarity breeds doubt and mistrust, which can lead to hesitant actions or even paralysis by analysis. According to Bennett, to achieve true mental efficiency, it is crucial to eliminate confusion and work to have clear, focused thoughts. The process to achieve clear thinking. Bennett provides us with several suggestions for achieving clear thinking. First of all, it is essential that we train our mind to be free of distractions. Worries and scattered thoughts hinder our ability to think effectively. To achieve clarity, Bennett recommends creating an environment conducive to clear thinking, which involves eliminating both physical and mental noise. This can include everything from eliminating technological distractions to taking time each day to reflect and organize our ideas. The author also suggests that mental organization is key to clarity. The mind, like any other system, needs structures to function efficiently. This means that we must learn to organize our thoughts into clear categories and avoid mixing ideas that only creates confusion. Prioritization also plays an essential role, since clear thinking requires knowing what to focus on and what to leave aside at any given moment. Mental clarity in decision-making. Bennett dedicates an important section of the chapter to decision-making, explaining that a clear decision is only possible if we have managed to clearly define our objectives. Clarity of thought allows us to quickly evaluate available options and choose the best action without being dragged down by emotions or external factors. The author states that when we have mental clarity, we can see the consequences of our decisions more clearly, allowing us to make wiser decisions. Additionally, clarity in decision-making allows us to act quickly, which is crucial in situations where time is of the essence. The impact of mental clarity on productivity. Another important topic that Bennett addresses is the direct impact of mental clarity on our productivity. According to the author, people who think clearly are more productive because their minds are focused on what really matters. This approach allows them to work more efficiently, without wasting time on activities that do not contribute to their goals. On the contrary, those who lack mental clarity tend to procrastinate or get lost in unimportant tasks. Lack of focus creates a feeling of chaos and disorganization, which decreases overall productivity. Clear thinking, therefore, not only improves decision-making, but also allows us to make the most of our time and energy. The power of reflection to achieve clarity. Bennett also highlights that reflection is a key tool for achieving clear thinking. Taking time each day to reflect on our goals, actions, and decisions allows us to organize our ideas and reach a higher level of understanding. Reflection helps us identify areas of confusion and clarify any doubts we have, allowing our thoughts to become more precise and focused. Constant reflection allows our mind to become accustomed to operating with clarity, and over time, this practice becomes a habit that improves our ability to make quick and confident decisions. Conclusion: mental clarity as a pillar of efficiency. In summary, clarity of thought is one of the fundamental keys to achieving mental efficiency. Without it, it is difficult to make sound decisions, maintain focus, and act effectively. According to Bennett, mental clarity allows us to free ourselves from chaos and distractions to achieve higher performance in all areas of our lives. To achieve this clarity, we must train our minds through organizational practices, eliminating distractions, and constant reflection. This chapter reinforces the idea that, like any skill, mental clarity is cultivated with practice and dedication. It is an essential foundation for building a productive and successful life. Chapter 3. The importance of concentration. In this chapter, Arnold Bennett delves into the concept of concentration and its fundamental role in mental efficiency. Throughout this chapter, Bennett explains that concentration is not simply a skill for maintaining attention, but a key skill that allows us to focus our minds on what really matters and eliminate distractions that prevent us from achieving our goals. The power of concentration. Bennett begins this chapter by highlighting the fact that concentration is one of the most powerful skills a person can develop. According to Bennett, concentration allows us to redirect our mental energy towards the tasks that really need our attention, while eliminating unnecessary distractions and worries. When we are able to concentrate fully on a task, our mind is able to work more effectively, generating quick and accurate results. Without concentration, our actions become scattered, and our energy is spent inefficiently. Concentration, therefore, is essential to maximize our productivity and make the most of every moment. Concentration, and one of the key ideas that Bennett introduces in this chapter is the relationship between concentration and will. Will is the internal force that allows us to stay focused on our goals and objectives, while concentration is the ability mental to direct our attention toward a single purpose. Without a strong will, concentration tends to weaken as the mind becomes easily distracted. Without adequate concentration, the will is undermined, since we are not able to act effectively. Bennett suggests that to develop effective concentration, we must cultivate an iron will that drives us to stay focused on what really matters. When our will and concentration work together, our ability to overcome obstacles and achieve our goals is greatly multiplied. Distractions as enemies of concentration. An important topic that Bennett addresses is how external and internal distractions can interfere with our ability to focus. We live in a world full of noise and multitasking, and Bennett points out that to develop real concentration, we need to learn to eliminate distractions. The ability to maintain attention on a single task for an extended period of time is a skill that must be consciously trained. Bennett identifies some of the most common distractions that interfere with concentration, such as negative thoughts, fluctuating emotions, and, of course, the physical environment. Clutter or lack of adequate space to work can greatly impact our ability to maintain focus. Therefore, Bennett suggests that to optimize concentration, we must create an orderly, calm, and distraction-free work environment. Concentration and decision-making. Bennett also highlights the relationship between concentration and decision-making. When we are focused, we are able to evaluate options clearly and make more informed and accurate decisions. Concentration allows us to think deeply about the decisions we must make and, most importantly, gives us the determination to act quickly once we have made a decision. In contrast, lack of concentration often leads to hasty, erroneous decisions or even indecision. Bennett argues that by developing a greater ability to concentrate, we also improve our ability to make more accurate and effective decisions in less time. How to improve concentration. Bennett provides some practical strategies to develop and improve concentration. 1. Concentration exercises. Practicing daily exercises that require our full attention, such as reading a book, completing detailed tasks, or solving complex problems, can help strengthen our ability to concentrate. 2. Meditation and mindfulness techniques. These practices teach us to keep our mind focused on the present, without distractions, and to cultivate attention. Full. As we practice, our mind becomes more resilient to distractions and better able to focus for longer periods. 3. Eliminate multitasking. Bennett suggests that multitasking is one of the main causes of lack of concentration. Trying to do too many things at once disperses our mental energy and reduces our effectiveness. By focusing on a single task at a time, we increase our productivity and quality of work. 4. Establishment of clear objectives. Having a clear vision of what we want to achieve is essential to maintain focus. Defining clear goals not only facilitates concentration, but also motivates and gives a sense of purpose to our actions. 5. Control of the environment. Creating a work environment that promotes concentration is essential. This includes minimizing visual and auditory distractions, organizing the workspace, and setting a specific schedule for each task. The relationship between concentration and success. Bennett concludes this chapter by reaffirming that concentration is a decisive factor on the path to success. People who master the ability to concentrate are the most likely to achieve their goals, as they can make quick and accurate decisions, overcome obstacles, and work efficiently. Concentration is not only about the ability to focus the mind, but also to direct our mental energy towards what really matters, without being diverted by distractions or negative thoughts. Conclusion. In short, concentration is an essential component of mental efficiency. By learning to focus our minds and eliminate distractions, we improve our ability to make wise decisions, be productive, and achieve our goals. Bennett urges us to develop this skill through consistent practice and discipline to become more effective and focused people in daily life. Chapter 4. Mental Organization for Action. In this chapter, Arnold Bennett focuses on one of the most important aspects of achieving true mental efficiency: mental organization. According to Bennett, having an organized mind not only makes it easier to make decisions and focus on goals, but it is also essential for taking effective action. Mental organization is the key to transforming ideas into concrete actions that bring us closer to our goals, avoiding paralysis due to analysis or procrastination. The value of an organized mind. Bennett begins the chapter by emphasizing that a disorganized mind is like a chaotic place, full of scattered ideas, contradictory thoughts, and lack of focus. When our mind is not organized, we find it difficult to focus on what really matters, and our actions become ineffective or scattered. The author highlights that, to be truly effective, we need to organize our ideas and establish a clear structure for our thoughts, so that we can act with clarity and determination. Mental organization allows the mind to function similar to a well-designed system, where every thought and action is aligned with a purpose. This mental clarity is what makes it possible to make quick decisions and act accurately, which is essential for achieving success in any area of life. The connection between mental organization and effective action. Bennett argues that mental organization is the first step to effective action. A disorganized mind cannot act quickly and efficiently, as it is always trapped in the clutter of unstructured thoughts. To take effective action, our mind must be able to identify priorities and focus on what really matters at any given moment. The author explains that when we manage to organize our minds, we can approach our tasks more systematically. Not only can we identify what is most important, but we can also order our actions in a logical sequence so that our decisions and steps are aligned with our goals. Bennett points out that a lack of mental organization leads to procrastination and indecision, since a disordered mind is not clear about what to do or how to do it. On the contrary, when our mind is organized, we can act with confidence and agility, allowing us to quickly advance our projects and meet our goals. The process of organizing the mind. Bennett provides a series of practical steps to organize our minds more effectively. 1. Goal clarification. The first step is to clearly define what we want to achieve. An organized mind must have a clear purpose towards which it is directed. The author recommends that we write down our goals specifically so that our mind can work coherently to achieve them. 2. Prioritization of tasks. After being clear about our goals, it is necessary to organize the tasks that we must perform in order of importance. Bennett explains that to maximize efficiency, it's essential to focus on what has the most impact first and leave secondary tasks for later. 3. Establish an action plan. Mental organization requires that we plan our actions in a logical and detailed manner. Bennett suggests breaking down our goals into smaller, more achievable steps and following a step-by-step action plan. This planning gives us a clear roadmap and helps us avoid distraction or procrastination. 4. Develop routines. Mental organization also involves establishing daily habits and routines that keep us focused on our goals. The author aconseja que integremos ciertas actividades clave en nuestra rutina diaria, de modo que no tengamos que decidir todo el tiempo que hacer, sino que nuestras acciones se vuelvan automáticas y parte nuestra estructura mental. 5. Elimination de la confusión mental. Para que la mente esté verdaderamente organizada, debemos eliminar cualquier pensamiento o actividad que no aporte nuestros objetivos. Bennett nos recuerda que muchas veces estamos atrapados en pensamientos innecesarios o en actividades improductivas que solo sirven para distracción. El autor recomienda hacer una limpieza mental y centrarnos solo en lo que realmente tiene valor. El impacto de la organización mental en la productividad. Bennett también discute cómo la organización mental se traduce directamente en una mayor productividad. Una mente organizada es capaz de identificar prioridades, tomar decisiones rápidas y eficaces, y mantener el enfoque en lo que importa. Esto no solo aumenta nuestra capacidad para trabajar más rápido, sino también más inteligentemente. Al eliminar distractions y chaos mental, podemos usar nuestra energía de manera más eficiente, alcanzando nuestros objetivos con menos esfuerzo. Por otro lado, una mente desorganizada genera estrés y agotamiento, ya que constantemente se enfrenta a decisiones difíciles y pensamientos conflictivos. Al tener un plan claro y una mente estructurada, nuestras acciones se vuelven más directas, y conseguimos mejores resultados en menos tiempo. El papel de la organización mental en las relaciones. Bennett también sugiere que la organización mental no solo afecta el trabajo, sino también nuestras relaciones personales. Al tener una mente ordenada, podemos escuchar mejor a los demás, comprender sus necesidades y responder de manera más adecuada. La claridad mental permite que nuestras interacciones sean más efectivas, ya que no estamos distraídos por pensamientos o emociones no resueltas. Una mente organizada facilita la empatía, la comunicación clara y la toma de decisiones en el ámbito personal. Esto crea relaciones más armónicas y productivas, lo que refuerza la idea de que la organización mental es crucial no solo para el trabajo, sino para el bienestar general. Conclusion. La organización mental como pilar de la acción. En resumen, el capítulo destaca que la organización mental es uno de los pilares fundamentales de la eficiencia mental. Solo cuando organizamos nuestros pensamientos y acciones, somos capaces de tomar decisiones rápidas, evitar distractions y actuar de manera efectiva. La organización mental nos permite progresar de manera constante hacia nuestros objetivos y maximizar nuestra productividad en todas las áreas de la vida. Bennett concluye que, para desarrollar una gran eficiencia mental, debemos aplicar los principios de organización mental de manera sistemática y diaria. Al hacerlo, nuestra mente se convierte en un instrumento potente para alcanzar el éxito personal y profesional. Capítulo 5. Rompiendo la inertia mental. In this chapter, Arnold Bennett addresses a fundamental challenge that many people face: mental inertia. Mental inertia refers to the mind's tendency to remain in a state of passivity or inaction. Bennett identifies this phenomenon as a major obstacle for those seeking to be more productive and efficient. According to the author, mental inertia not only delays progress, but also prevents change and personal evolution. Overcoming it is essential to improve our mental efficiency and our ability to make decisions quickly. The nature of mental inertia. Bennett begins this chapter by explaining that mental inertia is one of the main reasons why people procrastinate and fail to achieve their goals. When we are stuck in inertia, our mind tends to stay in its comfort zone and avoid any further effort. This state of passivity manifests itself as a lack of motivation to act, even when we know we should. Mental inertia is not limited to complex situations, but can be applied to the simplest tasks of daily life. The mind will prefer to avoid making difficult decisions or doing tasks that require mental effort. According to Bennett, this behavior is natural, but if left unchecked, it can lead to a continuous cycle of procrastination and inaction. How to overcome mental inertia. Bennett offers several strategies to break mental inertia and increase our capacity for action. 1. Start with small steps. One of the most effective ways to overcome inertia is to take the first step. Bennett suggests that instead of waiting until we have full motivation or clarity to complete a task, we simply start with a small initial effort. This first step can be as simple as making a list or planning the task. The initial movement creates momentum that makes it easier to move forward. 2. Set clear and achievable goals. According to Bennett, mental inertia often comes from a lack of clarity in what we want to achieve. When our goals are diffuse or overwhelming, our minds tend to postpone action. The author advises breaking down big goals into smaller, more manageable tasks, which gives us a sense of immediate progress and motivates us to continue. 3. Eliminate distractions. Distraction is one of the main causes of mental inertia. Bennett highlights that the environment plays a crucial role in our ability to concentrate and act. By creating a workspace free of distractions and turning off sources of interruption, such as the mobile phone or social media, our minds become more focused and less likely to fall into inertia. 4. Develop the habit of immediate action. Bennett suggests that we should cultivate the habit of acting immediately as soon as we identify an important task. Instead of postponing it, we should do it immediately. This habit changes our procrastination mentality to an action mentality, and over time it becomes second nature. 5. The power of visualization. A powerful technique for breaking inertia is to visualize the positive outcome of completing the task. Bennett points out that imagining the success or benefits of finishing an activity creates positive energy that motivates action. By visualizing the final result, it is easier for us to overcome initial resistance and take action. The relationship between mental inertia and lack of will. Bennett argues that lack of will is a determining factor in mental inertia. When our will is weak, our mind tends to drift toward easy, low-energy thoughts, rather than focusing on tasks that require effort or discipline. Will is, according to Bennett, the internal force that allows us to move our ideas towards action. To overcome inertia, we need to strengthen our will and practice self-control. The author makes an important distinction between strong will and weak will. The strong will drives us to act, even when tasks seem difficult or overwhelming, while the weak will gives in to procrastination and comfort. According to Bennett, the key to overcoming mental inertia is to develop a firm will that allows us to overcome any internal resistance. The role of action in overcoming inertia. Once we have identified inertia as an obstacle, Bennett suggests that action is the most effective solution to overcome it. Any action we take, no matter how small, begins a dynamic process that interrupts inertia. Constant action is the key to keeping us moving and preventing the mind from getting trapped in a state of mental paralysis. The author emphasizes that continuous action not only helps break inertia, but also generates momentum, making it easier to take bigger and faster actions over time. When we practice consistent action, our mind begins to associate effort with rewards, and this increases our motivation and confidence. Mental inertia and personal success. Bennett concludes the chapter by explaining that breaking mental inertia is a crucial step to achieving personal and professional success. Mental inertia is one of the greatest enemies of progress, since it prevents us from making the necessary decisions and taking the actions that lead us to our goals. By taking steps to overcome inertia, we can unlock our mental potential and move toward achieving our goals more effectively. Conclusion and summary. The chapter highlights that mental inertia is a natural but surmountable obstacle that we all face at some point. The key to defeating it is taking action. Immediate, strengthen our will, and stay focused on what really matters. Constant action and mental organization are the main tools to overcome inertia, and by doing so, we can increase our productivity and get closer to personal and professional success. Chapter 6. Will as the engine of the mind. In this chapter, Arnold Bennett delves into one of the fundamental aspects of mental efficiency, will. According to the author, will is the internal force that directs and controls our thoughts, decisions, and actions. It is the engine that drives our mind to act in accordance with our desires and goals, even when the mind is faced with obstacles, distractions, or lack of motivation. The nature of will. Bennett begins this chapter by explaining that, at its core, will is the ability to direct our mind toward a certain action. Will is not simply desire or intention, but the ability to execute what we set out to do, without giving in to distractions or temptations that may arise. It is what allows us to make firm decisions and act in a manner consistent with our principles and objectives. One of the most prominent characteristics of willpower, according to Bennett, is its ability to take control of our mind. Often, the mind tends to wander and get carried away by impulsive or uncontrolled thoughts, but willpower has the power to redirect those thoughts towards what really matters. It is this strong willpower that allows people to stay focused on their goals, regardless of obstacles. Willpower as a tool of discipline. One of the main functions of willpower, according to Bennett, is mental discipline. Without a strong willpower, mental discipline is difficult to maintain, since without internal control, the mind tends to fall into ineffective habits and negative thoughts. Willpower allows us, even in difficult situations, to exercise self-control and stay focused on our goals. Bennett compares willpower to a muscle that must be trained. At first, it can be difficult to maintain focus and avoid distractions, but over time, as we exercise our willpower, it gets stronger and more effective. A strong will enables us to overcome procrastination, make quick and clear decisions, and avoid the temptation to stray from our goals. Willpower and effective action. Willpower is not only important for maintaining focus and discipline, but also for taking action effectively. When we have a strong willpower, we can act quickly and decisively, even when we don't have all the information or know all the details of what awaits us. Willpower gives us the confidence to take the first step, even if the path to our goal is not completely clear. Bennett points out that many times people are paralyzed by indecision or fear of making mistakes. Strong will, however, allows us to overcome that fear and make decisions without waiting for everything to be perfect. Action is a natural result of will. Without will, people tend to remain stagnant, but with determined will, they become active agents of change. The will and the emotions. Another important aspect that Bennett highlights in this chapter is the role of will in the management of emotions. Emotions, although natural and powerful, can be major distractions when trying to achieve goals and be productive. Fear, Anger, anxiety, and other negative feelings can divert our attention and cause us to make impulsive decisions. Will acts as a filter for emotions, helping us stay calm and not let our emotions control us. A strong will allows us to think rationally and make decisions based on logic and not emotions. This is essential when we face challenges or difficult situations, as emotions can cloud judgment and cause us to make hasty decisions. Bennett emphasizes that emotional self-control is a mental skill that can be developed with practice. When we are able to manage our emotions, we can channel our energy more efficiently, achieving better results both personally and professionally. The will in problem-solving. Bennett also points out that willpower is essential when it comes to solving problems. The challenges we face every day require clear thinking, creativity, and, above all, determination to find solutions. Without a strong will, it is easy to fall into pessimism or a lack of action in the face of problems. A determined will drives us to face problems actively, seeking solutions instead of giving up. Will allows us to move forward even when solutions are not immediate and when we face unexpected obstacles. Bennett emphasizes that it is not intellect that leads us to solve problems, but the will to persist and act with determination until we find a solution. Will and persistence. Persistence is another essential attribute of will. Bennett argues that persistent will is what separates successful people from those who are not. The ability to keep going, even when circumstances are challenging, is one of the most valuable qualities a person can possess. Persistence allows people to overcome failures and learn from their mistakes, rather than giving up when things don't go as planned. For Bennett, persistent will is nourished by a clear vision of our goals and a commitment to success. Strong-willed people do not become easily demotivated, but rather adapt and look for new ways to move towards their goals. Conclusion: willpower as the key to mental efficiency. In conclusion, Bennett reminds us that will is the driving force that drives mental efficiency. It is through a firm and determined will that we can take effective action, manage our emotions, overcome procrastination, and persist in our efforts until we achieve success. Will is a mental muscle that must be constantly exercised, and the stronger it is, the more easily we can achieve our goals. Bennett concludes that strength of will is one of the most powerful components of mental efficiency, and those who develop it are those who manage to achieve their goals and live a life of purpose and success. Chapter 7: Creative Thinking and Its Application. In this chapter, Arnold Bennett explores the idea of creative thinking and how this essential ability can transform our lives and increase our mental efficiency. While logical and analytical thinking is crucial to solving everyday problems, Bennett maintains that creative thinking is what allows people to overcome complex obstacles, find innovative solutions, and maintain a flexible and open mindset in the face of challenges. The power of creative thinking. Bennett begins this chapter by highlighting that creative thinking is not limited to just artists, inventors, or great thinkers, but is a skill accessible to everyone. Creative thinking is, in essence, the ability to see things from new perspectives and apply innovative solutions to problems that initially seem insurmountable. Creativity is not something you have or don't have, but something that can be cultivated and improved through practice and dedication. The author emphasizes that creative thinking does not only refer to radical ideas or new inventions, but also to thinking differently about the problems and challenges we face every day. This type of thinking allows us to break the limits of convention and find out-of-the-ordinary solutions. According to Bennett, creativity is the key to transforming problems into opportunities and keeping ourselves open to new ways of doing things. Creative thinking in problem-solving. One of the main applications of creative thinking, according to Bennett, is in problem-solving. Instead of simply following traditional solutions or reacting to obstacles, people who master creative thinking are able to confront complex problems with a fresh approach. Seeing things from, finding new perspectives, challenging assumptions, and exploring alternatives that others may overlook, creative thinkers find effective ways to solve problems. Bennett mentions that when we are stuck in a rigid thinking pattern, it is easy to fall into a lack of solutions or even despair. Creative thinking allows us to undo the mental knot and think of infinite possibilities. By approaching problems creatively, we open doors to new solutions, many of which could be more effective and efficient than those we would have conventionally considered. Encouraging creative thinking in daily life, the author emphasizes that, although creative thinking may seem like something reserved for certain professions or people, we can all develop it and apply it in our daily lives. Bennett proposes a series of practical steps to encourage creative thinking in daily life. 1. Break mental routines. One of the first ways to cultivate creative thinking is to break our mental routines. Many times, the mind becomes accustomed to thinking the same way due to daily routines or limiting beliefs. Bennett suggests that we should get out of our comfort zone and try new ways of thinking. This can range from making changes to our daily routine to exploring new interests that help us broaden our perspective. 2. Challenge assumptions. Another key to creative thinking is to question what we take for granted. We often assume that certain problems must be solved in a specific way, simply because that is how it has been done in the past. Bennett invites us to question established rules and explore alternative solutions. Creativity arises precisely from taking nothing for granted and exploring new possibilities. 3. Encourage curiosity. Curiosity is one of the most powerful drivers of creative thinking. Bennett encourages us to maintain a curious attitude towards everything around us. By asking why and how things work, we can discover innovative solutions and fresh thoughts. This curiosity must be applied to all aspects of life, from the simplest tasks to the most complex problems. 4. Create space for reflection. Bennett highlights that creative thinking does not always occur in the midst of action. Often the best ideas come when we take time to reflect. The author recommends taking regular breaks to think deeply about the problems we are facing, rather than continuing to work endlessly. This space for reflection allows our mind to free itself from restrictions and see things more clearly. 5. Accept failures as learning. Creative thinking often involves trying new things and failing along the way. Bennett suggests that we should view failures as learning opportunities rather than obstacles. Creativity flourishes when we are willing to fail and learn, as each attempt brings us closer to the right solution. The connection between creative thinking and action. Bennett also points out that creative thinking is not useful if it is not translated into action. Creative ideas alone are not enough. It is necessary to put them into practice so that they have a real impact. The author states that creative thinking is what gives us the visibility to see new solutions, but determined action is what makes them a reality. Creative thinking must be accompanied by practical execution, and only then can we see the results of our innovative ideas. Bennett emphasizes that creativity must be accompanied by concrete action to generate tangible results. Creative thinking in work and business. In the professional and business field, creative thinking is absolutely essential. Companies that encourage creativity in their employees are able to innovate, solve complex problems, and constantly improve their processes. Bennett explains that creative solutions often emerge when we move away from traditional ways of thinking and look for alternative approaches to the challenges we face at work. Conclusion: creative thinking as a tool for transformation. In short, Bennett reminds us that creative thinking is an invaluable tool for improving our mental efficiency and overcoming the obstacles we encounter in our path. By developing this skill, we can transform our problems into opportunities, improve our decisions, and create a positive impact in our lives and careers. Creative thinking is not a skill exclusive to a few, but a capacity that we can all develop to improve our lives and achieve our goals. Chapter 8. Controlling emotions. In this chapter, Arnold Bennett focuses on the importance of controlling our emotions to achieve greater mental efficiency. Bennett argues that emotions play a crucial role in our daily lives, affecting our decisions, our relationships, and, ultimately, our outcomes. However, the inability to manage our emotions can be a major obstacle to achieving success and productivity. Therefore, developing the ability to control our emotions is essential to maintaining a clear and focused mind. The influence of emotions on the mind. Bennett begins the chapter by explaining that emotions are natural reactions to external and internal circumstances. However, when emotions are not controlled, they can cloud our judgment and distort our perception of reality. Negative emotions, such as fear, anger, frustration, or anxiety, can lead us to make impulsive decisions or avoid action, which in turn negatively affects our mental efficiency. The author explains that emotions are not inherently bad, but rather they become a problem when we do not know how to manage them. A mind uncontrolled by emotions can cause confusion and disorganization, making it difficult to make rational decisions and take effective actions. Emotional control and productivity. Bennett emphasizes that the ability to control emotions is essential to maximize our productivity. When our emotions are overwhelmed, our ability to focus on important tasks is severely affected. Stress, worry, or fear can make our mind easily distracted, and this leads to low efficiency in our activities. Positive emotion, such as joy or confidence, on the other hand, can be a great driver of productivity, as it energizes us and keeps us motivated. Bennett emphasizes that to be truly effective, we must learn to cultivate positive emotions and eliminate negative ones that affect our ability to make clear decisions and act quickly. The relationship between emotions and decisions. One of the main ways that emotions affect our mental efficiency is through their impact on decision-making. Intense emotions can interfere with our ability to evaluate situations objectively. For example, anger or resentment can lead us to make impulsive and reactionary decisions, while anxiety can lead us to avoid important decisions due to fear of failure. Bennett explains that the best decisions are usually made when we remain calm and rational, without our emotions clouding our judgment. Emotional control allows us to make decisions based on facts and rational consequences, instead of being carried away by momentary impulses. Strategies to control emotions. Bennett proposes several practical strategies to manage our emotions and improve our emotional control. 1. Recognize emotions. The first step to control emotions is to be aware of them. Often, emotions act in the background, and we are not fully aware of their influence. Bennett suggests taking a moment to identify what we're feeling before making decisions or taking action. By acknowledging our emotions, we can take a step back and allow ourselves to breathe before reacting. 2. Deep breathing and relaxation. One of the most effective ways to control emotions is to calm the body. Bennett recommends practicing deep breathing or relaxation exercises when we feel overwhelmed by emotions. Deep breathing activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which helps reduce stress and restore emotional balance. 3. Redirect attention. Negative emotions are often amplified when we continue to feed them with thoughts that reinforce them. Bennett advises redirecting attention towards something positive or constructive. This may involve changing the focus of your mind, thinking about solutions instead of problems, or even engaging in physical activity to release built-up tension. 4. Develop emotional resilience. Bennett suggests that emotional resilience is a skill that can be developed over time. Through constant practice and training, we can learn to remain calm even in difficult situations. Emotional resilience allows us to quickly recover from setbacks and move forward without getting caught up in negative emotions. 5. Replace negative emotions with positive ones. Instead of simply trying to suppress negative emotions, Bennett proposes replacing them with positive emotions. If we feel frustrated, for example, we can think about what we have accomplished or what is working well, rather than getting stuck on what is not working. This shift in focus not only improves our mental efficiency, but also our long-term mental and emotional health. The relationship between emotions and success. Bennett highlights that emotional control is closely related to success. Those who are able to manage their emotions effectively have a significant advantage in decision-making, problem-solving, and consistent action. The ability to remain calm under pressure allows people to make decisions clearly and avoid impulsive mistakes that can negatively affect their progress. Emotional control also influences our ability to relate to others. In the professional field, for example, people who maintain a balanced attitude are seen as reliable leaders, capable of handling difficult situations without losing control. On the contrary, those who fail to manage their emotions can generate tension and mistrust, which affects their ability to work as a team and achieve common goals. Conclusion: the importance of emotional control in mental efficiency. In short, controlling emotions is an essential component of mental efficiency. If we are able to manage our emotions, we can make better decisions, act more effectively, and stay focused on our goals. Bennett reminds us that emotions are not something to be suppressed or ignored, but rather something to be recognized and managed effectively. By achieving adequate control of emotions, we can maximize our productivity, improve our relationships, and move toward our personal success. Chapter 9. The Art of Mental Self-Discipline. In this chapter, Arnold Bennett delves into one of the most important pillars to achieve mental efficiency: self-discipline. For Bennett, mental self-discipline does not. It only refers to the ability to maintain control over thoughts and emotions, but also to the ability to act consistently and focus toward our goals, regardless of the distractions or obstacles we may encounter along the way. The meaning of mental self-discipline. Bennett begins the chapter by explaining that mental self-discipline is the ability to keep the mind under control, ensuring that our thoughts, emotions, and actions are aligned with our purposes and goals. Self-discipline is, therefore, a conscious process that requires willpower, emotional control, and a firm decision to act consistently with our intentions. Often, people have great potential and abilities, but lack the self-discipline necessary to stay focused and consistently work toward their goals. Lack of mental discipline can lead to procrastination, indecision, and lack of action, impeding progress and success. The relationship between self-discipline and mental efficiency. Mental self-discipline and mental efficiency are closely related. An undisciplined mind tends to be disorganized, distracting, and unproductive, as it is constantly carried away by impulses or emotions, without focusing on what really matters. Self-discipline, on the other hand, allows the mind to be organized, focused, and directed toward productive tasks. Bennett emphasizes that mental efficiency cannot be achieved without self-discipline, since this is what allows us to control the thoughts that keep us from our goals. By developing mental discipline, we are able to organize our thoughts, make decisions quickly and coherently, and act with determination. The benefits of mental self-discipline. The author points out that mental self-discipline has numerous benefits in daily and professional life. Some of the most notable benefits of self-discipline include: 1. Greater productivity. People with mental self-discipline are able to focus their energy on what really matters, without getting carried away by distractions. This translates into greater performance in everyday tasks, allowing you to achieve more in less time. 2. More efficient decision-making. Self-discipline allows you to make faster and more accurate decisions. By having the ability to control impulses and think rationally, disciplined people are more effective at making decisions, allowing them to move quickly toward their goals. 3. Overcoming procrastination. Self-discipline is key to overcoming procrastination. Those who have control over their thoughts and emotions are not paralyzed by fear or indecision, but act decisively to move toward their goals. 4. Development of productive habits. Self-discipline helps to create and maintain positive habits. These habits, when practiced consistently, become the foundations of an efficient life, as they allow us to act automatically and effortlessly towards our goals. 5. Better time management. Mental self-discipline also improves time management, as it allows us to prioritize tasks and avoid procrastination, resulting in a more effective use of our time. How to develop mental self-discipline. Bennett offers several strategies for developing mental self-discipline. Although mental discipline is something that is cultivated over time, there are certain practical exercises that we can do to strengthen this skill. 1. Set clear and achievable goals. Self-discipline starts with a clear and defined goal. If we don't know what we want to achieve, our mind will be easily influenced by distractions and scattered thoughts. By setting specific goals, we give our mind a clear purpose, which facilitates the process of concentration and discipline. 2. Breaking down big tasks into small steps. Often, a lack of self-discipline arises when we are faced with large and complex tasks. Bennett recommends breaking down large tasks into smaller, more manageable actions, which makes action easier and reduces feelings of being overwhelmed. These smaller steps allow us to move forward with ease and maintain the discipline necessary to complete the task. 3. Practice self-control. Self-discipline also requires conscious control of thoughts and emotions. Bennett suggests that we can practice self-control by facing small daily decisions, such as resisting the temptation to procrastinate or staying focused on a task despite distractions. Over time, this control becomes easier and more natural. 4. Create a daily routine. Routine is another key component of self-discipline. By establishing a daily routine, we can automate certain actions and focus our energy on what really matters. Bennett recommends having a clear structure for the day, with time allotted for work, rest, reflection, and other important activities. 5. Be consistent. Self-discipline is built through repetition. The key to developing this skill is to be consistent in our actions and not give up on the temptation to put aside our commitments. Every small disciplined action brings us closer to our goal and strengthens our ability to move forward. Self-discipline and resilience. Bennett also points out that mental self-discipline is closely linked to resilience. People with a disciplined mind are better able to overcome obstacles and staying calm in difficult times. By having a controlled, action-oriented mindset, they are able to bounce back quickly from failures and move forward with determination. Self-discipline also allows you to adapt to new situations and change strategies when necessary. The resilience that comes from mental discipline helps overcome adversity without losing focus on long-term goals. Conclusion: self-discipline as a pillar of mental efficiency. In summary, mental self-discipline is one of the most crucial factors in achieving high mental efficiency. It allows us to take consistent action, overcome procrastination, maintain focus, and move decisively toward our goals. Mental discipline is not something you get right away, but a skill that you cultivate with daily practice. Bennett concludes that, by developing self-discipline, we are building a solid foundation for success in all areas of life, as it allows us to maintain control of our mind and act coherently and effectively. Chapter 9. The Art of Mental Self-Discipline. In this chapter, Arnold Bennett addresses a fundamental issue to achieve mental efficiency: self-discipline. According to Bennett, mental self-discipline is the ability to control impulses, emotions, and thoughts to focus on what is important and achieve our goals. It is a key quality for self-improvement, as it allows us to maintain focus and act coherently, even when circumstances are difficult. The nature of mental self-discipline. Bennett begins the chapter by explaining that self-discipline is essential for anyone seeking to be truly effective in their personal and professional lives. A lack of mental discipline, on the other hand, leads to constant distraction, procrastination, and lack of progress. Self-discipline allows us to resist temptations, avoid distractions, and stay focused on what really matters. The author points out that mental self-discipline does not necessarily mean excessive rigidity or extreme restriction of personal freedom, but rather an ability to make decisions with purpose and determination, without being influenced by momentary emotions or impulsive thoughts. The relationship between self-discipline and success. Bennett stresses that self-discipline is one of the most important factors in achieving success. Those who lack mental discipline often get caught up in patterns of unproductive behavior and fail to make progress toward their goals. Self-discipline is what allows us to keep going, even when things get tough or when we're faced with the temptation to give up. On the other hand, those who develop a strong mental discipline are able to overcome obstacles, make difficult decisions, and continue working towards their goals, despite the difficulties. Bennett emphasizes that success is not only based on talent or luck, but mainly on the ability to maintain mental discipline even in difficult circumstances. The importance of discipline in thought. One of the first areas where self-discipline is applied is in the control of our thoughts. Bennett explains that the human mind has a natural tendency to distraction, which can be a major obstacle to staying focused on what really matters. Mental self-discipline allows us to focus our thoughts on a specific task, eliminate unnecessary thoughts, and focus on what we need to do in the present moment. Bennett emphasizes that without this discipline in thought, our mind is easily overwhelmed by external distractions, such as the environment around us, and internal distractions, such as negative thoughts, stress, or worries. Mental control is therefore one of the first steps towards self-discipline and greater mental efficiency. Mental discipline and action. Self-discipline is also crucial when it comes to taking action. Bennett emphasizes that many people get caught in analysis paralysis or procrastination due to a lack of discipline in decision-making. The mind, when left unchecked, can feel overwhelmed by the number of decisions it has to make, leading to a feeling of not knowing where to start. Bennett proposes that in order to overcome this obstacle, we need to develop a mental discipline that allows us to make quick and effective decisions, even when the options are uncertain. The author suggests that the act of taking action immediately is an excellent exercise in strengthening self-discipline, as it forces us to overcome indecision and act without hesitation. Mental discipline and habits play a crucial role in self-discipline. Bennett explains that instead of relying only on our will to act, we can train our mind to adopt positive habits that align with our goals. Creating productive habits can significantly reduce the need to make conscious decisions about what to do, as the right actions become automatic. Bennett recommends that in order to develop great mental discipline, we should work on creating habits that support our goals. This includes everything from habits related to time management to more specific habits related to mental health and physical well-being. Habits that strengthen the mind and body contribute greatly to our ability to stay focused and productive. How to cultivate mental self-discipline. Bennett suggests several ways to develop mental self-discipline. 1. Establish clear and achievable goals. Clarity in our goals is essential to maintain mental discipline. When we know exactly what we want to achieve, our mind is more focused and determined to work towards that goal. Setting clear goals also helps us avoid mental dispersion and stay focused on what is important. 2. Create a structured action plan. Discipline also comes from having a clear and detailed plan to achieve our goals. Bennett recommends breaking down big goals into small, organized daily actions, which makes the overall task more achievable and less overwhelming. 3. Overcome procrastination. To develop strong self-discipline, we must learn to act immediately and not leave for tomorrow what we can do today. Bennett points out that procrastination is one of the biggest enemies of mental discipline and that the only way to overcome it is to take action without delay. 4. Strengthen emotional self-control. Emotional management is another key piece of self-discipline. Emotions can divert us from our goals and cause us to fall into impulsive or reactive patterns. Bennett suggests working on emotional self-regulation, learning to react calmly, and make decisions based on reason. 5. Create routines. The author recommends establishing daily routines that help us maintain focus and act consistently. Repetition of key actions each day strengthens our self-discipline and keeps us moving toward our goals. The relationship between self-discipline and happiness. Finally, Bennett argues that mental self-discipline is not only crucial to success, but also to our happiness. Lack of discipline can lead us to frustration and dissatisfaction, while self-discipline gives us a feeling of control over our life and our decisions. This control generates greater personal satisfaction and allows us to live more fully. Conclusion. In short, mental self-discipline is one of the fundamental keys to achieving success and living efficiently. By learning to control our thoughts, actions, and emotions, we can achieve our goals with clarity and determination. This chapter reminds us that discipline is something that can be cultivated and improved over time, and that its impact on our daily lives is transformative. Chapter 10. Mental Energy and its Conservation. In this chapter, Arnold Bennett addresses the crucial topic of mental energy and how its proper conservation is vital to maintaining high levels of productivity and performance. Bennett highlights that, like any other form of energy, mental energy is limited, so it must be managed efficiently to maximize its impact on daily life. The nature of mental energy. Bennett begins the chapter by describing that mental energy is the ability to focus and direct our thoughts effectively. Like our body, our mind has energy limits, and when this energy is spent inefficiently, our cognitive and emotional performance suffers. The human mind is not an inexhaustible source of energy, so it is essential to learn to conserve it and use it wisely. The author points out that we often waste mental energy on trivial or unnecessary things, which reduces our ability to concentrate and leaves us mentally exhausted. Instead of focusing on important tasks, we find ourselves distracted by irrelevant thoughts or activities that do not contribute to our goals. For Bennett, the first step to conserving our mental energy is learning to avoid mental waste. The relationship between mental energy and productivity. Bennett explains that productivity is directly related to mental energy management. When we are focused and well-rested, our mental energy is high, allowing us to work efficiently. On the contrary, when our mind is distracted or exhausted, our productivity decreases significantly. Mental fatigue not only affects our ability to concentrate, but also our ability to make quick and effective decisions. The author makes an analogy between mental energy and physical energy, highlighting that, just as an athlete must recover his physical energy between workouts, the mind also needs time off to recover. This is especially important to avoid mental exhaustion and maintain a consistently high level of productivity. Strategies to conserve mental energy. Bennett offers several strategies to conserve and maximize our mental energy. 1. Avoid information overload. The human mind is constantly exposed to information overload in the form of emails, messages, social networks, etc. Bennett suggests that to conserve mental energy, we need to filter out the information we really need and avoid cognitive overload. Irrelevant information consumes mental energy without providing value, leaving us exhausted and less focused. 2. Focus on a single task. Multitasking, although it may seem like an efficient way to work, is actually a waste of mental energy. Bennett points out that constantly changing tasks wears out the mind and reduces our ability to concentration. Working in blocks of time dedicated to a single task is a more efficient way to use our mental energy and achieve better results in less time. 3. Take regular breaks. The author highlights that one of the best methods to conserve mental energy is to take regular breaks. The human mind is not designed to work continuously for long periods without a break. Periodic breaks not only help recharge mental energy, but also increase productivity in the long run. 4. Practice meditation and relaxation. Meditation and other relaxation practices are powerful tools to regain mental energy. Bennett recommends taking time each day to calm the mind and reduce mental stress. This not only helps restore energy, but also improves mental clarity and the ability to make sound decisions. 5. Manage emotions. Emotions have a direct impact on our mental energy. Negative emotions, such as stress or anxiety, drain our mental energy, while positive emotions can recharge our energy. Bennett advises managing emotions through emotional control techniques, such as self-discipline and positive focus. 6. Optimize sleep quality. One of the most important ways to recharge our mental energy is to make sure we are getting enough sleep and getting a good rest. Bennett explains that quality sleep is essential to restoring and strengthening our mental energy. Without adequate sleep, our mind becomes sluggish, scattered, and less able to focus on complex tasks. The impact of stress on mental energy. Stress is one of the biggest enemies of mental energy. Bennett points out that constant stress can quickly drain our mind, leaving us mentally tired and less able to make sound decisions. Chronic stress affects not only our energy, but also our physical and emotional health. Therefore, learning to manage stress is key to keeping our mental energy at optimal levels. Bennett suggests that stress management should be a priority in our daily lives. Techniques such as deep breathing, mindfulness, and progressive muscle relaxation can go a long way in reducing stress and restoring our energy. Conclusion: conserving mental energy as a key to success. In summary, Bennett concludes that conserving mental energy is one of the most important aspects of maintaining high performance in all areas of life. A well-rested, organized, and focused mind has the power to achieve great results without becoming exhausted. By learning to manage our emotions, eliminate distractions, and take regular breaks, we can keep our mental energy high and be more productive. The key is to be aware of how we use our mental energy and make smart choices to preserve it so we can continue to achieve our goals with efficiency and clarity. Chapter 11. Developing a positive mindset. In this chapter, Arnold Bennett explores the transformative power of a positive mindset and how this mindset can have a direct impact on our mental efficiency and our ability to achieve personal and professional success. The author argues that a positive mindset is not just an optimistic attitude, but an active and constructive approach to dealing with difficulties, challenges, and opportunities in life. The power of a positive mindset. Bennett begins the chapter by explaining that our mind has immense power to influence our actions and outcomes. When we cultivate a positive mindset, our focus changes, and we begin to see opportunities rather than limitations. A positive mindset not only improves our attitude, but also has a tangible impact on our actions and decisions. According to Bennett, A positive mindset allows us to face challenges with confidence and overcome obstacles with greater ease. One of the key ideas the author highlights is that positive thinking does not mean ignoring difficulties or living in a state of optimistic foolishness. Instead, thinking positively involves facing problems constructively, always looking for solutions and ways to improve. It is an attitude that fosters personal growth and resilience in the face of adversity. The relationship between positive mindset and success. Bennett points out that a positive mindset is directly related to success. Those who maintain a positive outlook, even in difficult times, are more likely to keep going, stay focused on their goals, and overcome obstacles that may arise along the way. A positive mindset creates a solid foundation of confidence that allows people to make effective decisions and act with determination. On the other hand, people with a negative mindset tend to see problems as insurmountable and feel trapped by their circumstances. This way of thinking can lead to despair, inaction, and giving up in the face of difficulties. Bennett highlights that the power of a positive mindset lies in its ability to keep us focused on positive action and problem-solving, rather than being dragged down by pessimism and emotional paralysis. How to develop a positive mindset. Bennett provides a series of practical strategies for cultivating a positive mindset that helps us improve our mental efficiency and increase our ability to achieve goals. 1. Shift your focus to the positive. Bennett recommends that we focus on what is possible rather than what is limiting us. Replace negative thoughts with affirmations and reflections on the opportunities and positive aspects of any situation. This shift in perspective allows us to face challenges with confidence and find solutions quickly. 2. Surround yourself with positive influences. The people around us have a significant impact on our mindset. Bennett suggests that we seek out optimistic and motivating people who will reinforce our positive attitude. Just as negative thoughts can be contagious, so can positive thoughts. 3. Develop a daily gratitude practice. One of the most effective ways to cultivate a positive mindset is to focus on what we already have and appreciate the positive aspects of our lives. Bennett advises practicing gratitude daily, either by writing a list of what we are grateful for or reflecting on our blessings. This helps shift our focus to the positive and abundant, which reinforces a growth mindset. 4. Have clear and positive goals. People with a positive mindset usually have clear goals that drive them to keep moving forward. Bennett suggests that we set positive goals that motivate us not only to achieve success, but also to continually improve. Having a clear and defined purpose helps us maintain an optimistic attitude and focus on progress. 5. Practice emotional self-sufficiency. A positive mindset also requires self-confidence. Bennett emphasizes the importance of not depending on external circumstances to maintain our positive attitude. When we develop emotional self-sufficiency, we are able to remain calm and confident even when circumstances are difficult. This allows us to make decisions with clarity and act with determination. 6. Transform failures into learning opportunities. The author emphasizes that failures should not be seen as defeats, but as opportunities to learn and improve. People with a positive mindset understand that failure is just one step on the road to success, and that there is always something valuable to learn from every experience. Adopting a growth perspective helps us keep moving forward, even when we face difficulties. Positive mindset and productivity. Bennett also explains how a positive mindset directly impacts our productivity. A positive attitude allows us to work with more energy, make quicker decisions, and stay focused on what's important. People with a positive mindset are more proactive, solve problems more effectively, and are better equipped to manage stress. Conversely, a negative mindset can lead to procrastination, lack of motivation, and distraction. Bennett argues that a positive mindset not only improves our mindset, but also increases our ability to achieve effective results. Conclusion: the transformative impact of a positive mindset. In summary, the chapter reinforces the idea that a positive mindset is critical to improving our mental efficiency and achieving success in all areas of our lives. A positive mindset gives us the confidence and motivation to take effective action, meet challenges with resilience, and make the most of our opportunities. Bennett concludes that while external circumstances can influence our lives, how we respond to them is entirely dependent on our mindset. Cultivating a positive mindset is a learnable skill that has a profound and lasting impact on our ability to achieve success and live a fulfilling life. Chapter 12. The connection between physical and mental health. In this chapter, Arnold Bennett addresses the interrelationship between physical and mental health, a topic central to mental efficiency. According to Bennett, the mind and body are not separate entities, but are deeply connected. The author stresses that physical well-being has a direct impact on our ability to think clearly, make effective decisions, and maintain the focus necessary to achieve our goals. Similarly, mental health influences how we deal with challenges and manage stress in our lives. The impact of physical health on the mind. Bennett begins this chapter with the assertion that physical health is the foundation of an efficient mind. If our body is weak, sick, or exhausted, our ability to concentrate and make clear decisions is severely impaired. Physical fatigue, for example, can cloud our mind and make it difficult for us to stay focused on the tasks at hand. Similarly, illness or physical stress can lead to a decline in mental clarity and make it difficult to make quick decisions. Bennett highlights that many people make the mistake of thinking that the mind and body are separate entities, but in reality, the health of one directly affects the other. A healthy body has a clearer and more alert mind, while a healthy mind promotes good physical health. This link between body and mind is the basis for achieving optimal productivity in all aspects of life. Physical exercise as a tool to improve mental efficiency. Bennett dedicates a significant part of the chapter to highlighting the benefits of physical exercise on mental efficiency. The author explains that regular exercise not only improves our physical health, but also has very positive effects on our mental clarity. When we exercise, the body releases endorphins, which are neurotransmitters that make us feel happier, more relaxed, and more focused. In addition, physical exercise also improves blood circulation, which allows more oxygen to reach the brain, thus improving concentration, memory, and problem-solving ability. Bennett highlights that even simple activities such as walking, running, or swimming have a positive impact on our mental health. As we strengthen our body, our mind also becomes stronger and more resilient. The importance of food for a clear mind. In this chapter, Bennett also addresses how proper nutrition is essential to maintaining an efficient mind. Food is a crucial factor to maintain mental and physical balance. Eating foods rich in nutrients, vitamins, and minerals helps improve cognitive function and maintain a balanced mood. Bennett explains that processed foods and unbalanced diets can contribute to mental fatigue and irritability, thereby affecting our ability to think clearly. On the contrary, a balanced diet, rich in fruits, vegetables, proteins, and healthy fats, provides the energy necessary for the brain to function optimally. The author also highlights that it is important to avoid excess sugar and alcohol, since these can generate emotional ups and downs and affect the ability to concentrate. Maintaining a healthy diet is therefore an investment in our mental health and our ability to stay focused. Sleep and its relationship with mental efficiency. Another key aspect of physical health that Bennett discusses in this chapter is sleep. The author emphasizes that adequate rest is essential for the optimal functioning of the mind. Lack of sleep not only affects our physical energy, but can also cause cognitive difficulties, decreased concentration, and increased irritability. Bennett highlights that during sleep, the brain carries out memory restoration and consolidation processes, which improves our learning capacity and our mental clarity. A good night's rest is essential to maintaining an alert and productive mind throughout the day. To achieve restful sleep, Bennett suggests establishing a consistent sleep routine and creating an environment suitable for resting. Mental health and emotional well-being. Bennett also addresses how emotional health plays a crucial role in mental efficiency. Emotions not only affect how we feel, but also how we process information and make decisions. Emotional stress can cloud judgment, reduce our ability to concentrate, and ultimately affect the quality of our decisions. The author emphasizes the importance of cultivating emotional well-being through practices such as meditation, relaxation, and self-knowledge. These tools allow us to manage emotions in a healthy way, reducing the negative impact of stress and emotional tensions. An emotional balance is essential for making clear and efficient decisions and for maintaining a constant mental performance. The synergy between physical and mental health. In conclusion, Bennett emphasizes that physical and mental health are intimately connected and we cannot optimize one without the other. To reach our maximum mental efficiency, we need to keep our body in good condition through exercise, proper nutrition, sufficient rest, and the management of our emotions. The harmony between body and mind allows us not only to be more productive, but also to enjoy a fuller and more satisfying life. The author concludes that, by improving our physical health, we are creating a solid foundation for our mind to function at its maximum potential. If we neglect our physical health, we directly compromise our mental efficiency, which prevents us from achieving our goals and living a balanced life. Chapter 13. The impact of bad habits on the mind. In this chapter, Arnold Bennett explores the power of habits, focusing on how bad habits affect our mental efficiency and overall performance. According to the author, habits are the foundation of daily life, and while many of them are automatic, they have a significant impact on how we function mentally and how we achieve our goals. While positive habits can help us be more productive, bad habits drag us down, limiting our ability to focus, make effective decisions, and move toward our goals. The power of habit. Bennett begins this chapter by pointing out that, in general, habits dominate our lives more than we think. A habit is not just a repetitive custom, it is a mental force that can program our mind to act automatically in various situations. When we develop a negative habit, this habit acts as an unconscious impulse that directs us toward behaviors that do not benefit us. The human mind, by nature, seeks comfort and autonomy, so it tends to adapt to habits that require minimal mental effort. This means that once a negative habit is established, it becomes harder to break, as the mind becomes accustomed to reacting automatically. Bennett emphasizes that bad habits are the biggest enemy of mental efficiency, as they prevent us from making conscious decisions and deviate us from our goals. The effects of bad habits on productivity. The author points out that bad habits not only affect us mentally, but also our productivity and ability to take action. A negative habit, such as procrastination, lack of organization, or constant distraction, consumes our mental energy and causes us to lose focus. Every time we resort to a bad habit, we are wasting time and effort that we could have used to advance our goals. Bennett describes that the human mind, when swept up in negative habits, becomes ineffective at performing tasks quickly and efficiently. A negative habit minimizes our ability to concentrate, causing our mind to wander easily and slowing down its ability to think clearly. Instead of acting in a deliberate and focused manner, the brain goes into automatic mode, and our efforts become diluted. The habit of procrastination. One of the most common and harmful bad habits is procrastination. Bennett highlights that procrastinating is one of the most insidious habits, as it drains our mental energy and makes us feel guilty or stressed. Procrastination is not just a matter of lack of time, it is directly related to fear and lack of motivation. Bennett points out that procrastination is the result of a mindset that avoids difficult or uncomfortable tasks. This habit affects our self-discipline and mental control and creates a cycle of low productivity and anxiety. To overcome procrastination, Bennett suggests taking action immediately when faced with important and challenging tasks, without waiting for the right time to arrive. The habit of multitasking. Another negative habit that Bennett addresses is multitasking, a very common phenomenon in modern society, but one that is extremely ineffective. Although multitasking may seem productive, Bennett explains that multitasking actually decreases our ability to concentrate and reduces the quality of our work. Every time we change tasks, the mind has to readjust, which consumes more energy and increases the time needed to complete tasks. The author emphasizes that multitasking creates mental dispersion that interrupts concentration. Instead of approaching a project or task with full attention, our minds jump from one thing to another, creating a feeling of stress and confusion. Bennett recommends instead that we focus on one task at a time, which will increase our mental efficiency and allow us to work more clearly and effectively. Creating positive habits. Bennett dedicates a portion of the chapter to creating positive habits, explaining that, Just as negative habits affect our mental efficiency, positive habits can significantly improve our productivity and strengthen our mind. Self-discipline is key to forming positive habits, and although these habits initially require effort and dedication, over time they become automatic and part of our daily routine. The author suggests that to develop good habits, we should start with small actions and make sure that each day we are taking concrete steps toward our goals. Instead of waiting for a lot of motivation, we should act no matter how we feel and do so consistently. Over time, these habits will become entrenched and improve our mental efficiency and ability to achieve success. The role of self-discipline in overcoming bad habits. One of the central themes of the chapter is the importance of self-discipline in overcoming bad habits. Bennett highlights that although bad habits are difficult to eradicate, self-discipline is the tool that allows us to break those habits and create new, more productive behaviors. Self-discipline does not simply mean doing what we must do, but rather having enough control over our mind to act according to our intentions, without giving in to temptation or procrastination. By practicing self-discipline, we strengthen our will and improve our ability to make effective decisions. Conclusion: overcoming bad habits to improve mental efficiency. In summary, Bennett reminds us that bad habits are one of the biggest obstacles to mental efficiency. They steal our time, distract us, and divert us from our goals. However, with self-discipline and a clear focus on creating positive habits, we can overcome these negative patterns and train our minds to be more effective and productive. The chapter concludes with a reminder that mental efficiency is not just about improving our intellectual abilities, but also about controlling our habits. By changing our negative habits, we can transform our minds and our futures in significant ways. Chapter 14. The importance of sleep in mental efficiency. In this chapter, Arnold Bennett addresses one of the key factors in maintaining an efficient and productive mind: sleep. Although often underestimated, sleep is an essential component for mental and physical well-being. Bennett highlights that in order to optimize our mental efficiency, it is crucial to recognize the impact of adequate rest on our cognitive abilities, our emotions, and our decision-making skills. Sleep as a vital resource for the mind. Bennett begins by explaining that sleep is a physiological process that allows our body and mind to recharge and regenerate. The author mentions that although many of us take sleep for granted, our ability to function properly during the day directly depends on how well we rest at night. People who do not get enough sleep or who have irregular sleep patterns experience difficulties concentrating, solving problems, and staying focused on their tasks. Bennett maintains that adequate sleep is not only a physiological necessity, but also a key strategy for maintaining optimal mental efficiency. During sleep, the mind not only relaxes, but also processes information and strengthens neural connections, which contributes to better memory, greater ability to learn, and greater mental agility when waking up. The impact of sleep on productivity. Bennett emphasizes that one of the most important consequences of not getting enough sleep is reduced productivity. When we don't get enough sleep, our concentration decreases, our decisions become slower and more erratic, and our ability to perform complex tasks is compromised. Distractions and mental fatigue divert us from important tasks and make us less efficient. On the other hand, when we sleep well, our mind is fresh and able to focus more effectively on the tasks at hand. Additionally, adequate sleep strengthens our decision-making skills, allowing us to think clearly and make more informed decisions, without stress or fatigue clouding our judgment. Dream and creativity. A crucial aspect that Bennett highlights is the impact of sleep on creativity. Adequate rest allows the mind to make more innovative connections and thoughts to organize more efficiently. During sleep, especially during deep sleep phases, our mind has the opportunity to process the information received during the day, which helps to solve problems and find new solutions. This process is essential for creative thinking and maintaining an innovative mindset. Bennett mentions that people who don't get enough sleep tend to be less creative and have a harder time finding new solutions to challenges. Sleep, therefore, not only rejuvenates our mind, but also improves our ability to think creatively and face problems with new perspectives. Sleep and emotional health. Another important point that Bennett highlights is the link between sleep and emotional health. Lack of sleep can trigger negative emotions such as irritability, anxiety, and depression, which in turn impacts our ability to concentrate and make effective decisions. On the contrary, when we get enough rest, our mind is more emotionally balanced, allowing us to remain calm in the face of challenges and make more rational decisions. Proper rest also helps reduce stress and tension, which contributes to a more positive mindset and overall better mood. This, in turn, improves our ability to work efficiently and handle daily responsibilities more effectively. Dream and Memory Bennett also mentions that sleep has a direct impact on memory. During sleep, especially during REM sleep phases, our mind processes and organizes the information we have learned during the day. This memory consolidation process is essential for retaining new information and improving our ability to remember important facts. Without enough rest, our short and long-term memory is affected, which can result in difficulty remembering important details or learning new skills efficiently. A good dream reinforces what we have learned and makes it easier to access that information when we need it. Sleep quality versus the quantity. It's important to note that, according to Bennett, not only the quantity of sleep is important, but also the quality of sleep. Sleeping for a long time is not enough if we cannot reach the phases of deep and restful sleep. Bennett recommends establishing a consistent sleep routine and making sure our environment is conducive to good rest. This includes maintaining a dark, quiet, and comfortable sleeping environment and avoiding mental stimulation before bed. Tips to improve sleep quality. Bennett offers several tips to improve sleep quality and maximize its benefits. 1. Establish a consistent sleep routine. Going to sleep and waking up at the same time every day helps regulate the biological clock and improves sleep quality. 2. Avoid caffeine and alcohol before bed. These substances can interfere with the body's ability to achieve deep, restful sleep. 3. Create a relaxing rest environment. Keeping the room dark, cool, and free of noise or distractions is essential for a restful sleep. 4. Avoid using electronic screens. Blue light from phones and computers can interfere with the production of melatonin, the sleep hormone. It is advisable to disconnect from these devices at least an hour before going to bed. 5. Exercise regularly. Physical exercise helps reduce stress and facilitates deeper rest, but should be avoided right before bed. Conclusion: sleep as a pillar of mental efficiency. In summary, the chapter highlights that adequate sleep is essential for maintaining optimal mental efficiency. It's not just about sleeping for sleep's sake, but about making sure your sleep is quality and allows your mind and body to recover and prepare for the next day. When we get enough rest, our cognitive, emotional, and physical abilities improve, allowing us to work more efficiently, make smarter decisions, and be more productive. Thus, sleep is a fundamental pillar on the path to a mentally efficient life. Chapter 15. The ability to learn quickly. In this chapter, Arnold Bennett addresses one of the most valuable skills a person can develop: the ability to learn quickly. In a rapidly changing world, where information flows at great speed and the skills necessary for success are constantly evolving, being able to learn efficiently and quickly is essential to staying competitive and achieving personal and professional success. Bennett emphasizes that, although learning is often a process that takes time, there are strategies and mental habits that we can adopt to speed up this process and retain information more effectively. Rapid learning as a key skill. Bennett begins the chapter by stating that learning quickly is not an innate talent, but rather a skill that can be trained. The ability to learn quickly depends on how we organize our attention, how we structure our information, and how we apply the knowledge we acquire. Instead of relying on passive memory, Bennett suggests that we should adopt an active mindset toward learning, in which we are constantly seeking out new knowledge and applying it practically. The author explains that people who learn quickly are not necessarily the most intelligent or those with the best memories, but rather those who have developed effective methods for organizing information, taking appropriate notes, and connecting new ideas with those they already have. The ability to learn quickly is more of an organized process than a spontaneous development. Techniques to learn quickly. Bennett proposes several strategies and techniques that can help us learn more quickly and effectively. 1. Focus attention. The key to learning quickly is to focus completely on the topic or skill we are trying to master. Bennett explains that mindfulness is essential to absorbing information efficiently. Distractions decrease our ability to learn and slow down the process. By eliminating external and internal distractions, we can maximize the quality of our learning. 2. Break down the information. Instead of trying to learn large amounts of information at once, Bennett suggests breaking down the material into smaller, more manageable chunks. This allows our brain to process information more efficiently. By learning in small blocks, we can better assimilate the content and avoid feeling overwhelmed by the amount of information. 3. Apply what you learn immediately. One of the best ways to retain information is to apply it as soon as possible. Bennett emphasizes that active practice is essential to fix what has been learned in memory. By putting what we have learned into practice, we not only consolidate the knowledge, but also make it more meaningful and usable. 4. Connect the new to the old. Bennett explains that association is a powerful tool for learning quickly. By connecting new ideas to previous concepts we already understand, we can integrate new information more easily. This technique of relating concepts improves our ability to remember and understand what we have learned, making the learning process faster and more fluid. 5. Repetition and review. Constant review is another key technique. Although learning quickly is important, reinforcing what we have learned with periodic repetition is essential to solidify knowledge in our long-term memory. Bennett recommends reviewing the material at regular intervals, which helps anchor it and prevent forgetting. 6. Teach what you have learned to others. One of the most effective ways to learn quickly is to teach what we have learned to other people. When teaching, we have to organize our ideas in a clear and understandable way, which strengthens our understanding of the subject. Teaching also forces us to ask questions and confront our doubts, which deepens our knowledge. The importance of curiosity and mental attitude. Bennett emphasizes that one of the main barriers to learning quickly is a lack of curiosity. People who have an active mental attitude, always willing to explore new ideas and question why things are the way they are, have a significant advantage when it comes to learning quickly. Curiosity is a driving force that drives us to seek knowledge and constantly improve. Bennett explains that a curious mindset not only improves our ability to learn, but also increases our motivation. When we are interested in a topic, our brain processes information more quickly and retains it more easily. Curiosity also helps us connect and apply what we learn in new and useful ways. The importance of sleep and physical health in learning. Bennett also stresses that physical health plays a crucial role in the ability to learn quickly. The brain, like any other organ, needs energy and rest to function properly. Without adequate rest and optimal health, our cognitive abilities are affected. Sleep, in particular, is vital for consolidating memory and allowing the brain to process all the information we have acquired during the day. The author also mentions the importance of eating well and maintaining a regular exercise routine, since these habits help keep the mind alert and improve our learning capacity. Learn fast in the professional world. Bennett points out that the ability to learn quickly is even more important in the professional context, where constant change and innovation demand that we are always up to date and prepared to learn new skills. People who master rapid learning are the ones who succeed in a competitive and changing work environment. The author reminds us that rapid learning is not just about absorbing information, but also about adapting to new circumstances, innovating, and continually improving. Those who develop this skill are not only more productive, but they also excel in their professions and advance more quickly in their careers. Conclusion: the ability to learn quickly as a success factor. In summary, Bennett highlights that learning quickly is a fundamental skill to improve our mental efficiency and achieve success. Through practical techniques such as mindfulness, information splitting, immediate application, and constant curiosity, we can speed up our learning process and retain information more easily. Additionally, physical health and adequate rest are essential to maintaining a brain optimized for learning. The chapter concludes with an invitation to practice rapid learning continuously, since it is a skill that can be perfected over time and that can make a big difference in our personal and professional lives. Chapter 16: Reflective Action versus Impulsive. In this chapter, Arnold Bennett makes a crucial distinction between two types of action that directly influence our mental efficiency: reflective action and impulsive action. While reflective action is guided by clear thoughts and planning, Impulsive action is characterized by a lack of control and hasty decisions that can lead to undesirable results. Bennett explores how each type of action impacts our ability to make sound decisions and our overall productivity. Reflective action. Think before acting. Reflective action is that which arises from a process of clear thought and careful deliberation. Instead of automatically reacting to situations, a person who takes thoughtful action spends time analyzing the situation and evaluating the possible consequences before doing something. This approach allows people to make more informed and effective decisions because they are based on a deep understanding of the facts, rather than impulsive or emotional reactions. Bennett emphasizes that, in daily life, reflective action is essential because it allows us to anticipate problems, plan our actions, and adjust our strategies according to the results we desire. This way of acting also helps us avoid costly mistakes that can arise from hasty or poorly thought-out decisions. In the work and personal sphere, reflective action increases the probability of success, since each step is well thought out and aligned with our long-term objectives. Impulsive action. The danger of automatic reaction, on the other hand, impulsive action occurs when we act without sufficiently thinking about the consequences of our decisions. This way of acting is characterized by automatic reactions that arise from the desire for immediate gratification or the influence of strong emotions. Although impulsive action can be useful in situations where you need to react quickly, such as in emergencies, in most circumstances, it can be disadvantageous. Bennett explains that impulsive action can lead to poor decisions because it does not allow the time necessary to reflect on possible outcomes. This type of action can disrupt workflow, create mental confusion, and produce unpredictable results. In the long term, people who tend to act impulsively tend to face more failures and deviations from their objectives, since their decisions are not based on strategic analysis. The key: balancing reflective and impulsive action. Bennett does not deny that impulsive action has its place in certain situations. In some cases, it may be necessary to act quickly without much time to reflect. However, the author highlights the importance of knowing when to apply each type of action and balancing reflection with quick action. Reflective action should be the primary focus when it comes to making important decisions or facing significant challenges, while impulsive action can be useful when immediate action is required in less critical situations. A proper balance between both ways of acting allows people to make intelligent decisions while remaining flexible and adaptable to circumstances. Reflective action should be a priority when there is time to analyze, while impulsive action can complement the first when circumstances require a quick response. How to cultivate reflective action. Bennett offers some recommendations on how to encourage reflective action. 1. Take pauses. Instead of immediately responding to environmental demands, Bennett suggests taking a moment to reflect before acting. This pause time allows us to better evaluate the situation and consider different alternatives before making a decision. 2. Establish clear priorities. Reflective action is facilitated when we have a clear sense of what we want to achieve. By setting clear goals and well-defined priorities, we can focus our attention on what really matters, allowing us to decide with greater confidence and precision. 3. Practice making small decisions. Bennett recommends starting to apply reflective action in simpler situations before facing more complex decisions. By practicing constant reflection on everyday decisions, such as planning. 4. Meditate and reflect regularly. The practice of meditation or daily reflection is also crucial to developing the ability to think before acting. Meditation allows us to clear our mind, decrease tensions, and create space for deeper, more focused thinking. The impact of reflection on productivity. Bennett highlights that reflection not only improves the quality of our decisions, but also increases our productivity. People who take the time to think before acting are better able to organize their tasks efficiently, avoid mistakes, and make optimal use of their time and energy. In comparison, impulsive action can lead to dispersion of efforts, resulting in less productivity and greater stress. Reflective action allows us to work smarter, not just harder. By organizing our tasks and making deliberate decisions, we create a more structured and efficient work environment, which brings us closer to our goals more quickly. Conclusion: Reflection and action as keys to success. In summary, the chapter highlights that in order to achieve mental efficiency and maximize performance, we must cultivate the ability to make thoughtful decisions and act with intention. Thoughtful action allows us to act more effectively, while impulsive action can be useful in urgent situations, but must always be controlled to avoid wrong decisions. Bennett concludes that the key is to balance reflection with action, using reflection to ensure that our decisions are wise and aligned with our goals, and action to implement those decisions effectively. Chapter 17. Developing clarity of purpose. In this chapter, Arnold Bennett emphasizes the importance of having a clear and defined purpose as an essential foundation for achieving mental efficiency and personal success. According to the author, clarity of purpose is what gives us firm direction and a determined focus in our lives. Without it, the mind gets caught up in a chaos of scattered thoughts, making it more difficult to make coherent decisions and act with conviction. The importance of a clear purpose. Bennett begins this chapter by explaining that a clear purpose is the driving force that gives meaning to all our actions. When we don't know what we want or don't have a clear vision of what we're trying to achieve, our actions become scattered, we waste time, and we feel dissatisfied. Purpose allows us to focus our energy in a single direction and gives us the motivation to move forward, even in difficult times. According to Bennett, having a clear purpose is one of the keys to breaking mental inertia and overcoming procrastination. If we do not have a defined goal, our mind tends to wander and fall into patterns of indecision and inaction. On the contrary, when we have a solid purpose, our mind becomes a powerful tool that works in harmony with our actions to achieve what we want. Purpose as a guide to decision-making. One of the most important functions of a clear purpose is its ability to guide our decisions. When we know exactly what we want to achieve, our decisions become simpler and more direct. We do not need to hesitate or waste time thinking about unnecessary options, since we have a clear criterion to know which decisions will bring us closer to our goals and which will take us further away from them. Bennett emphasizes that every decision we make, from the smallest to the largest, is influenced by our purpose. If our purpose is clear, our mind will not wander into contradictory alternatives or unnecessary doubts. Decisions become easier and more accurate because they're aligned with what we really want. Purpose and persistence. Bennett also highlights how a clear purpose can strengthen our persistence. When we have a well-defined goal, we are more motivated to overcome obstacles and keep moving forward, even when circumstances are difficult. Persistence is key to achieving any important goal, and a solid purpose gives us the determination to stay on track. The author compares purpose to a beacon that illuminates our path in the darkness. Without a clear purpose, we easily get lost and sidetracked. But with a firm purpose, even difficult times become more bearable because we know what we are fighting for and what we are trying to achieve. Purpose and mental focus. Bennett emphasizes that having a clear purpose also improves our mental focus. The human mind is prone to wandering and losing focus, but when we have a clear vision of what we want to achieve, our thinking aligns with that vision. This allows us to work more efficiently, since all our actions are oriented towards a common goal. Clear purpose acts as a compass for our mind, helping us direct our mental energy toward what really matters. When we have clarity of purpose, we eliminate distractions and focus on what is essential, allowing us to move more quickly toward our goals. The relationship between purpose and action. Bennett also makes a crucial connection between purpose and action. A clear purpose not only helps us organize our thoughts, but also drives us to act with determination. The author explains that without a clear purpose, action tends to be improvised or inefficient. But when we have a defined purpose, action becomes more focused and determined, which brings us closer to our goals more quickly. The key is to transform the purpose into action, taking concrete steps towards the goal we have defined. The purpose should not be an abstract idea. It must guide our daily actions and be the foundation of everything we do. Purpose and self-motivation. Bennett also talks about the crucial role of self-motivation in relation to purpose. A clear purpose not only directs us, but also motivates us. When we have a clear goal, our mind is activated and filled with energy since it knows exactly what is expected of it. Self-motivation is what drives us to keep going when things get difficult. Bennett emphasizes that purpose must not be external. That is, it must not depend on factors or people outside of ourselves, but must come from a deep internal desire. When our purpose is genuine, it provides us with a constant source of motivation that does not easily deplete. Developing a clear purpose, the author offers some strategies to develop a clear purpose in life. 1. Define what we really want. The first action to develop a clear purpose is to define exactly what we want to achieve. Without a clear vision, our minds will get lost in distractions and doubts. By having a defined goal, we can direct all our energy towards it. 2. Writing the purpose. Bennett suggests that writing our purpose on paper is a powerful way to clarify and commit to it. By doing so, we visualize our purpose more concretely and create a constant reminder of what we are working to achieve. 3. Keep the purpose in front of you. It is important to remember our purpose daily. Bennett recommends keeping this in mind at all times, whether through affirmations, visualizations, or written reminders. This way, we are always clear about what we are doing and why we are doing it. Conclusion. Purpose as the basis of success. In short, Bennett reminds us that a clear purpose is the foundation of success in life. It provides us with focus, motivation, and direction, allowing us to act with clarity and determination. Having a strong purpose not only improves our mental efficiency, but also increases our likelihood of achieving our goals. By defining a clear purpose and keeping it present in our minds, we can overcome obstacles and move forward with confidence towards what we really want to achieve in life. Chapter 18. Mental Efficiency in Work and Business. In this chapter, Arnold Bennett addresses how to apply the principles of mental efficiency specifically in the professional and business field. Bennett emphasizes that, just as in personal life, mental efficiency is crucial to achieving success in business. The ability to make quick and clear decisions, organize, manage emotions, and maintain concentration can be decisive in advancing in the work and business environment. The impact of mental efficiency in business. Bennett begins the chapter by highlighting that mental efficiency is one of the greatest assets in the business world. In a business environment, where decisions must be made quickly, changes are constant, and priorities vary, being able to maintain a clear and focused mind is essential for professional success. The author maintains that an organized and well-directed mind allows entrepreneurs and employees to make informed decisions, solve problems quickly, and adapt to changes without losing focus. In contrast, a distracted or disorganized mind can lead to costly mistakes, procrastination, and lack of direction at work. Productivity at work. The key to mental efficiency. One of the main benefits of mental efficiency at work is increased productivity. When we are able to fully concentrate on our tasks, our ability to get work done well and on time improves significantly. Bennett emphasizes that in a work environment where tasks are numerous and deadlines are strict, time is a limited resource and must be used efficiently. Distraction, which is one of the main enemies of mental efficiency, can be particularly harmful at work, as it causes our energy to be dispersed, decreasing our ability to perform at our best. Bennett points out that eliminating distractions, such as constant use of social networks, unnecessary interruptions, or excessive multitasking, is crucial to improving our productivity at work. Make effective business decisions. Bennett emphasizes that one of the most valuable applications of mental efficiency in business is the ability to make quick and effective decisions. In a business environment, decisions must be made efficiently and often with incomplete information or under time pressure. The ability to keep a clear mind and make rational decisions without being influenced by emotions or uncertainty is what makes the difference between a good leader and a mediocre leader. The author also emphasizes that an organized and focused mind can evaluate available options more efficiently, allowing decisions to be made with greater confidence and without delays. This is especially important in an environment where time is money and every decision has a significant impact on the results. Control of emotions in the professional environment. In business, where decisions can have far-reaching consequences, controlling emotions is as crucial as making rational decisions. Bennett highlights that negative emotions, such as stress, anger, or frustration, can cloud our judgment and affect our ability to make effective decisions. The author suggests that staying calm under pressure is a key skill for optimal performance in business. The calm mind can process information more clearly and act more effectively. Additionally, a leader who maintains emotional control is more able to lead with confidence and positively affect the work environment. Developing a business success mindset. Bennett also points out that a crucial part of mental efficiency in business is having a positive, success-oriented mindset. People who think in terms of abundance, opportunity, and growth are better able to overcome the obstacles that will inevitably arise on the path to business success. A positive mindset allows entrepreneurs and employees to see failures as learning opportunities, stay motivated even in difficult times, and work more collaboratively. Bennett highlights that being open-minded and willing to adapt is one of the main characteristics of those who are successful in the business world. The importance of mental clarity for business strategies. The chapter also highlights the need for mental clarity when designing business strategies. According to Bennett, an organized mind is essential to plan, execute, and adjust strategies efficiently. Mental clarity allows us to see the big picture and make decisions that are aligned with the company's long-term goals. Business strategy, when supported by a clear and focused mind, is more likely to succeed, as decisions are made with a broader and more focused vision. Lack of mental clarity, on the other hand, can result in hasty decisions that are not aligned with the company's long-term interests. Mental efficiency and business growth. Bennett concludes this chapter by stating that mental efficiency is not only important for individual performance, but also has a great impact on the growth and success of a company. Organizations that foster a focused, organized, and emotionally balanced work environment are more likely to achieve success in today's competitive marketplace. In this sense, mental efficiency not only affects individuals but also teams and entire organizations. Conclusion: mental efficiency as a pillar of professional success. In summary, Bennett highlights that mental efficiency is a crucial component for business success. The ability to make quick and effective decisions, manage emotions, staying focused, and maintaining a positive mindset are all key skills that enable individuals and businesses to achieve their goals more effectively. By developing greater mental efficiency, we can meet the challenges of the professional world with confidence, clarity, and productivity, creating a solid foundation for sustainable business success. Chapter 19: The Power of the Subconscious Mind. In this chapter, Arnold Bennett explores the powerful impact the subconscious has on our mental efficiency and how we can harness its potential to achieve our goals. The subconscious mind, although often overlooked, plays a pivotal role in how we process information, make decisions, and achieve our goals. According to Bennett, learning to connect with our subconscious and direct its power is crucial to improving our lives and achieving personal success. The subconscious mind, the invisible engine. Bennett begins this chapter by highlighting that, although many people are not aware of it, the subconscious mind is constantly at work, influencing our actions, thoughts, and emotions. The subconscious is the invisible engine that drives a large part of our everyday decisions without us having to make a conscious effort. The author explains that while the conscious mind deals with immediate decisions and thoughts, the subconscious mind has a profound influence on our long-term behavior, beliefs, and attitudes. This part of the mind is responsible for automating many of our actions and emotional responses based on past experiences, habits, and deeply held beliefs. How the subconscious mind works. One of the keys to the chapter is understanding how the subconscious works. According to Bennett, the conscious mind has limited control over our daily lives, while the subconscious mind is much more powerful and constantly at work. What we consciously think during the day can be absorbed by the subconscious and turned into automatic patterns. This automatic programming of the subconscious influences how we respond to situations and how we make decisions. For example, if a person has a subconscious belief that he or she is not capable enough of being successful, this negative thought is reflected in his or her life, causing him or her to avoid making the right decisions, or to sabotage himself or herself. The subconscious acts as a mirror of the beliefs and emotions we hold within it, and therefore, having a positive and productive mindset can reprogram this part of the mind to reflect constructive thoughts. Reprogramming the subconscious for success. Bennett proposes that, to achieve success, we need to learn to reprogram our subconscious. This process involves eliminating limiting beliefs and replacing them with positive beliefs that help us achieve our goals. The author reminds us that, like a computer program, the subconscious can be modified through repeated thoughts, positive affirmations, and visualization. One of the most effective ways to do this is through daily affirmations, where we tell ourselves positive and empowering messages. By repeating these affirmations, we program our subconscious to act in accordance with our desires and goals. Visualization also plays a crucial role in this process. Imagining reaching our goals, feeling the satisfaction of having achieved it, and visualizing success vividly in our mind helps consolidate these thoughts in the subconscious. As these thoughts repeat, our subconscious begins to act accordingly. The subconscious as a source of creativity and solutions. In addition to being responsible for our beliefs and habits, the subconscious also plays an important role in our creativity and ability to solve problems. Bennett argues that when the conscious mind is blocked or overwhelmed, the subconscious can find solutions that the rational mind cannot. It is in moments of rest or meditation that the subconscious has the opportunity to manifest creative ideas and responses that can be the key to solving complex problems or finding new opportunities. Bennett suggests that to unleash the creative potential of the subconscious, we must learn to enter a relaxed state in which the conscious mind becomes still, allowing the subconscious to emerge with innovative solutions. This process involves giving the subconscious space to work without forcing it to generate immediate responses. The relationship between the subconscious and action. Although the subconscious is extremely powerful, conscious action is equally essential to achieving success. Bennett emphasizes that the subconscious cannot do all the work itself. It needs the deliberate and concentrated action of the conscious mind to materialize the ideas and solutions that arise from it. In other words, the subconscious mind generates the ideas, but the conscious mind is responsible for executing them. The author highlights that, although the subconscious helps us find creative solutions, it is effective and continuous action that turns those solutions into tangible results. Without action, even the best subconscious ideas remain in the abstract. How to use the subconscious to improve personal and professional relationships. Bennett also observes that the subconscious has a profound influence on our personal and professional relationships. Subconscious beliefs about our worth, our ability to relate to others, and our expectations about how others see us can have a significant impact on how we behave in daily interactions. For example, if we have a subconscious belief that we are not worthy of success, this belief can manifest in our communication and attitudes toward others, creating a barrier to career development or building successful relationships. However, by reprogramming our subconscious to focus on self-worth and limitless possibilities, we can transform our relationships and improve our presence and confidence in all situations. Conclusion: the transformative power of the subconscious. In summary, Bennett concludes this chapter by highlighting that the subconscious is a powerful tool that, when used correctly, can transform our lives. By learning to control and direct the subconscious, we can overcome limiting beliefs, improve our creativity, and achieve our goals much more efficiently. The subconscious, when aligned with our conscious goals, acts as a powerful ally in our pursuit of success and personal fulfillment. Chapter 20. Conclusion. Towards a mentally efficient life. In the final chapter of Mental Efficiency, Arnold Bennett closes his work by reflecting on how to apply the principles he has shared throughout the book, with the goal of achieving a life of mental efficiency and sustained success. This chapter summarizes the key aspects that contribute to mental efficiency, emphasizing the importance of taking action, developing an organized mind, and controlling our emotions as fundamental steps to living intentionally and focused. The key to mental efficiency. Bennett reminds us that mental efficiency is not a natural state, but rather an ability that must be cultivated. We all have the potential to improve our mental efficiency, but it requires discipline, practice, and persistence. The principles that Bennett has presented, such as mental organization, concentration, emotional control, and creative thinking, must be constantly trained so that they become second nature. Success depends not only on intelligence or skill, but on the ability to maintain an efficient mind over time. The importance of purpose. One of the recurring themes that Bennett emphasizes throughout this chapter is the importance of having a clear purpose in life. The author highlights that mental efficiency is most powerful when it is directed toward a clear and meaningful goal. A mind without purpose tends to wander, lose focus, and fall into inefficiency. Having a defined purpose not only guides our decisions, but also energizes our mind, allowing us to act with determination and focus. Bennett also points out that by aligning our actions with our goals, we can eliminate distractions and maximize our efforts. When we know what we want to achieve, our mind is automatically organized to look for solutions and make the necessary decisions. A clear purpose gives us direction, which is crucial to maintaining high mental efficiency. Continuous development. Another key concept that Bennett introduces in the conclusion is the importance of continuous development. Mental efficiency is not something that is achieved once and then set aside. Bennett emphasizes that our minds need to be continually trained as the world changes, circumstances vary, and the demands of life require us to constantly adapt. The author emphasizes that daily practice of the principles presented in the book is essential. It is not about making an effort to improve our mental efficiency on a one-off basis, but rather turning it into a constant habit where every day we are actively working on improving our mind. This can include daily reflection, meditation, and self-observation, tools that will help us monitor our progress and ensure we are focused on our goals. The power of persistence. Bennett also stresses that persistence is key to achieving success. Many times, as we face challenges and obstacles, it is easy to feel like we have failed or that our goals are unattainable. However, persistence allows us to keep going, even when circumstances seem discouraging. As he points out, creative thinkers and effective leaders are not those who never fail, but rather those who are able to overcome failures with persistence and determination. Mental resilience is one of the main qualities that separates the successful from those who are not. Those who keep moving forward, learning from every mistake and seeking solutions to every challenge, are the ones who eventually achieve their goals. Persistence is an essential component on the path to mental efficiency because it teaches us to stay focused and keep moving forward no matter what difficulties arise along the way. The integration of mental efficiency into daily life. Bennett concludes the chapter by reflecting on the integration of mental efficiency into daily life. It is not about following a series of steps just once, but about incorporating these principles into our daily lives. From decision-making to time management to how we respond to emotions and distractions, mental efficiency becomes a constant practice that is reflected in all our actions. Bennett also highlights that mental efficiency must be accompanied by a sense of balance, where our mind is not only focused on work or success, but also on personal well-being. Efficiency is not just a matter of doing more, but of doing better what really matters. We must learn to live consciously, to balance our responsibilities with our passions, and make decisions that are not only effective, but also sustainable in the long term. Final conclusion. The life of the organized mind. Bennett closes this final chapter with a powerful reflection. Mental efficiency is the foundation of a life well lived. An organized and focused mind not only helps us achieve our goals, but also creates a life of purpose, balance, and fulfillment. Through self-control, discipline, and constant reflection, we can improve our mental capacity and transform our reality. Ultimately, mental efficiency is not just a skill, it is a lifestyle that, when mastered, allows us to live with clarity, purposeful actions, and positive results in all areas of our lives. In conclusion, mental efficiency has provided us with a valuable guide to understand how our mind, when organized and controlled, can become the most powerful tool to achieve personal and professional success. Throughout this book, we have learned that the key to improving our mental efficiency is not only in managing time, but in cultivating mental discipline, maintaining concentration, developing willpower, and above all, controlling our emotions. Arnold Bennett invites us to see mental efficiency as a continuous process that is based on self-control and constant practice. If we can keep our minds focused on our goals and act decisively, we can overcome distractions and achieve our goals much more effectively. We invite you to put into practice everything you learned in this book, starting today, to organize your mind, increase your concentration, and improve the quality of your decisions. Mental efficiency is the foundation upon which success and prosperity are built, and with each step towards a more disciplined mind, you'll get closer to living the life you want. If this audiobook has been useful to you, don't forget to subscribe to our Audiomentors channel, where we continue to share in-depth summaries and practical tools to improve your personal and professional life. By subscribing, you will have access to additional content that will help you optimize your mind and achieve your goals more effectively. Thank you for joining us on this journey to mental efficiency and success. Don't forget to activate notifications so you can continue learning with us. See you in the next audiobook, where you will continue to find ideas that will transform your life.